Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's good?
Not much, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming back from a really fun-filled weekend, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely fun filled. Lots of stuff going down in sports. It is Say Like a Champ episode 76. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. We got a couple people in the building already. It's National Pizza Day. What's up, Kelly? Angel, what's happening? What's happening? It's good to see
What's
you.
up?
So but yeah, how are you feeling before we get into this thing real quick?
I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure we'll probably get into it. But you know what I'm saying? We called it. We called it on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? It was a good game, but like I said, we'll get into the football topic. But I'm good, man. Starting a new job in a couple of weeks or so. Some new milestones hit 200 subs on YouTube and about to hit 17,000 on TikTok. So
you got the helmet with you right there? Did you have the helmet? Or did you put it away?
I got the helmet, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Got the young unicorn helmet, you feel me? You dig?
Hey, creating a little trademark and stuff. People loving the helmet. That's what's up.
They really are, man. So it's been fun, dude. You know, I definitely couldn't ask for more. Things are going well. How about you, man? How's the week going so far, dog?
So far, so good. You know, can't complain too much. Just trying to stay on my grind, trying to do a little bit more with these little graphics and stuff like that. And then looking forward to vacation in a couple of weeks, so that should be cool. But
heck yeah, dude,
lots of stuff going on. But yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. But
yeah,
I say let's go ahead and get into this thing. We can kick it off right. Oh, but before we do, Slackers, don't be afraid to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the typical YouTube stuff. We appreciate you guys tuning in, but we love to engage with you, really do, and we really appreciate your time. So
big facts.
Yes, well, let's get to it. And we back. What's good?
Not much, man. You know what it is? Another fun-filled weekend. Just coming off the Super Bowl 55, big win for the Bucks. But yeah, man, it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was wild.
Grace in the building, loving the helmet. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
You got your boy A-Dub here with
my boy, or his boy Strizzy. What's good, y'all?
And of course, we got the permanent special guest in the building too. Welcoming back to the show, Miss Myra May San Diego. What's good?
What's up, Slackers?
Hey,
how are you all?
Good.
Are y'all hit with like that winter or whatever? Like that's gonna hit the entire U.S. Is Arizona gonna get cooler temperatures this week?
I don't know about that yet. No, it's actually been warming up.
It's been warm. It's been pretty warm.
Like in the 70s. It was in the 70s, yeah.
So today it's like 70, 80 here. But our 10-day forecast, we may have possible snow on Monday of next week.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So there's it's super crazy. Like it's 80 degrees. Y'all can tell I just left the gym. Yeah, it's crazy. So my mom and I have been talking about over Valentine's weekend, like the temperatures are going to dip into the lower 30s with rain and chances of snow on Monday. So,
people have to go grab their Valentine then and cuddle up then, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for the cold.
You know what I'm saying? Find a couple ways to get warm, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, man. Okay. But no, that's what's up, though. I mean, maybe we'll get this one last blast of winter. That's cool. You know, I'm down with that.
Hopefully.
Because once it gets hot, it doesn't really let up for a while. So.
Yeah, it don't turn back. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, down here where I'm at, we haven't had snow. We had snow here like 4 years ago, like one day. But prior to that, it had been like 40 years.
Dang. See, that's kind of like us too. Yeah, we don't really get down like that. So, hail maybe, you know what I'm saying? But that's about it.
For sure.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, let's go ahead and get into our next topic. Mad Marcus, he may be joining us later. He's got some things going on as usual.
Yep.
He stays on the move, stays working, but he might pop in later. But for now, let's go ahead and get into our first topic.
Yeah.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk.
Let's get it.
All right. So NFL Talk. We obviously had the big game, the Super Bowl. It was kind of crazy. Definitely some unexpected things. I just want to get your guys' take and also our Slackers' take on the game itself. I know we have some Chiefs Kingdom fans, that watch and stuff. I'm hoping to get their reactions and see. But I'll just say real quick. I mean, I did kind of start having that feeling late that the Bucs were going to win, but I did not see them not scoring a touchdown at all.
Not like that.
Yeah, I didn't see it going down like that. So what did you guys think of the game, though? Myra, what did you think?
The same thing that you all thought. I had talked about it the previous show. I really thought it was going to be a competitive game. I really thought, you had two high-powering offenses. I really thought it was going to be a showdown. I really thought it was going to be within one possession. I was just in utter shock. Like, same thing as you said, I cannot believe they didn't score whatsoever. And I kind of feel like Pat Mahomes was out there, like, trying to make things happen, and nobody was, like, into the game whatsoever. I think when the ball hit the dude in the face mask and the other one was, like, right at his chest, I'm like, this man is scrambling for his life and just throwing balls up there to try to make something happen. And y'all aren't even in the game. It was wild. There's somebody released like a little video snippet today of like Pat Mahomes during the Super Bowl. And I really felt it. Like the dude's being chased.
It's just running around.
He's just chucking the ball and like his receivers are just out of it. But
that one play, he was like literally sideways diving, still threw an on the money pass and dropped. That's crazy.
First and foremost, he is a phenomenal athlete. The fact that he can still make these passes on the run, under pressure, while being tackled, he's phenomenal. He's got a whole lot to offer the NFL moving forward. I just was shocked with the way the Super Bowl turned out. Like, I really thought it was going to be competitive. I really thought it was going to be within a possession. It was just so totally one-sided. It was crazy. And then the defense for the Bucs showed out. I mean, you cannot take it away from them. The Bucs defensive team showed up. They were in it to win it. The possessions, they were just in it to win it. So
yeah,
it was a fun game, so to say, for the Buccaneers side. But as a fan, I wanted to see more competition.
Yeah, that's like Kelly from the comments. She says, "What is expecting a more exciting game?"
Yeah,
didn't expect it to go this way. Mom's checking in. Chief offensive line fell apart.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's funny, man. Like I was, my aspect of the game is kind of, I guess hitting both sides. From the Chiefs' point of view, even talking about Dallas, it's the tackle position is so important to the offensive line. You know what I mean? The left and right tackle spot is so important, and you could just tell because they lost both of them. You know what I mean? So that was really, really tough. The entire time I kept kind of laughing because every time Patrick Mahomes was scrambling, it's reminded me of the R. Kelly, like, I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah.
and he really was, man. And the crazy part about it, too, is as much as he was scrambling, the throws he was making, you never want to see a quarterback throw, but they were still on the money. It was like, how is this dude throwing these passes, getting twirled around, doing an entire 360 on his way to the floor to the left corner of the end zone, and an inch to the right, dude catches it. It's a touchdown. You know what I mean? And hats off to Patrick Mahomes. The dude literally did everything he most possibly could, and he just really didn't have much help. But an even bigger shout out to Bowles, man. Defensively, they were everywhere. They killed it. They schemed so perfectly for this team. They did exactly what they should have done. They double safetied over Tyreek Hill the entire game. Took him out of the game, and the Chiefs surprisingly didn't know what to do about it. Like they just really couldn't get much of anything going. And the Bucs have had the best defensive the best defensive line pretty much all year, like just getting to the quarterback. So I love watching good defenses play. So for me, it really wasn't that boring of a game. You know what I mean? I kind of expected more of a high scoring game, but I don't know. It was – it's a scary team, man. The Bucs can be just as scary as the Chiefs when they want to be. And Tom Brady showed why he's the greatest of all time. Dude, his face the entire game was so focused. It was scaring me, and I wasn't even playing. Like, it was crazy.
See, and that's the thing that I did think he was going to bring to them, that mentality. Definitely that helped. He obviously did his thing, was very efficient, didn't have to throw for too many yards. I think the running game did help a lot.
Big time.
Too. Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones, they did their thing. So it was kind of surprising, but the Bucs, man, they did play a great game. They put it all together, and like you said, on defense, they did what they had to do. And so, yeah, man,
it's kind of crazy too, because like, did Mike Evans even have a catch? I don't even think Mike Evans had a catch the whole game.
I don't think so. Maybe one. I don't know.
I think that was the pass interference one. I don't.
But I'm so happy for him. I do have to say, I'm so happy for him. And
Me
I'm
too,
also, Byron Leftwich, I'm really excited for him.
Oh, man.
That's so dope. You know what I'm saying?
Big
and
time.
definitely their coaching staff, you know what I'm saying? That was really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny at the beginning of the season too, when they talked to Mike Evans about, Tom Brady coming to the Buccaneers, and he was like, you know what? Jameis is one of my best and closest friends. He's always gonna be my best closest friends. He's like, but it's Tom Brady. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's exactly what he said in that interview. And everybody on that team like went to Tom and was like, thank you. Like, they were thanking him because they knew it was him who got him there and won them the game. So again, man, Brady is just a different type of animal at the quarterback position. And I know he said he wants to play till he's 45. If I'm him, I'm not coming back, but it sounds like he's coming back.
Yeah, I had a feeling he might. And Trevor checking in too. He did check in earlier, he says he didn't feel like it was stellar defense. It was just nobody was catching anything. Goes on to say even Kelsey dropped a ton of gimmies, and that is true. They just weren't themselves for sure. Mom says she thought surprised there weren't more interceptions the way Mahomes was going. I mean, he was really putting it up there and just trying to make plays, but
the Bucs dropped like two of them. They had like two interceptions they dropped. Like, he should have had like at least three, at least.
Yeah. But they definitely did their thing. One other thing though about Mahomes, he is going to have surgery to fix that turf toe that he was dealing with.
Yeah.
And but even dealing with that, he was still doing his thing as best he could. So I don't think anybody puts it really on him. But very impressive to see Tom Brady, get his 7th. He now has more Super Bowls than any other franchise, basically, or any franchise. So there were some early bad calls, but I don't think it's the way the game went. I don't think it's as big of a thing as it looked like it may have been during the game. You know what I'm saying? Especially because, like, in the second half, I was still thinking to myself, well, they're going to come out and have something for him. Like, Andy Reid's going to have some kind of adjustment or whatever. And they never really adjusted, kind of like Strizzy said earlier. So,
I wasn't – I feel like the only call that I was really against was that early pass interference call. I feel like it was, incidental contact with the whole Mike Evans thing. But other than that, honestly, like, no shirt gang in the building, you know what I'm saying?
That's good.
But as far as like some of the other ones, like some of them were just blatant holds, and I get it. Like, you want to see these teams play, but like at the same time, a ref's job is to call these plays. So like some of them are just blatant. It was like, I get it. You want to see them like let them be a little bit physical, but if you're like wrapped around your back, holding onto your jersey because you got beat, like you got to call it. You have to. So some of it. Right, and I agree. Like, and that ball wasn't catchable. So that's why I didn't really agree with that first pass interference. But some of the other ones, it was like,
sometimes that's like my biggest like pet peeve of the NFL. Like, I almost feel like DBs are at such a disadvantage against wide receivers. Like, I feel like I know you have 5 yards off the line, but I feel like once you touch them any little bit after 5 yards, they're going to call something. And I did feel the same way you did, Strizzy. Like, early on, I'm like, come on, like, this is the Super Bowl. Like, you've got to let them play. But at the same time, I understand why they kept it in check, because if you let them get chippy, you have Tom Brady and Matthew chipping off at each other the entire time, and then it gets uncontrollable. Yeah. So I can agree with you on that point. Like, man, as a fan, you want to see them play. Like, let them bump and run just a little bit. But it happened how it happened. Like, how people kept saying like after the game, like, oh, there's a bunch of like memes running afterwards, like, oh, they're gonna find the Chiefs points after the game, so on and so forth. I'm like, man, it just wasn't a competition. One thing that I also noticed that the Bucks really strategized is they strategized to in the middle of they kept attacking the middle of the Chiefs defense. So, like they kept running up the middle. As soon as they were exposing the holes the entire time up the middle of the defense.
Oh, yeah.
They had like the spread. They had the defender spread on. They had the safeties out the defender spread, and it was just straight up, just finding the holes over and over, exposing the defense. It's like on either side of the ball, there was no answer for the Bucks game plan. So, like you all said earlier on, like you gotta give it to the Bucks team strategizing on how to play the Chiefs. Like they outplayed them, they outcoached them. That's definitely what it comes down to.
Yeah, the Titans ate pretty much all game. Gronk had 2 touchdowns. Brait had a really good long catch or something like that. I think their third string even had missed a wide open pass or something like that. Or maybe he brought it down, but all 3 of their tight ends played very, very well. And I think part of it too is because they had Tyrann Mathieu down quite a bit. Like he was playing down quite a bit, almost like a fourth linebacker. So and they exposed it. They exposed the middle. And I was going to ask you, brought up the spat between Matthew and Tom Brady, and it's like they always say, like, don't piss LeBron off, don't piss off Jordan, don't piss off Kobe. Like the last thing you want to do is piss off Tom Brady, because Tom started going at Tyrann Mathieu almost the entire game after that. Like he really kind of exposed him a little bit. Like, all right, he was like, I got something for you, and like you can read his lips. He was like, I'm coming for you, and he literally came for him. So you gotta be careful, man. It's one of the smartest minds in the NFL, and it's like, as good as you are, like he's gonna figure out he can get you and trick you up a little bit, and he definitely did that. So
he definitely did that. And then late in the game, the Chiefs defense, even when they were like, oh, they still might have a chance, the Chiefs defense was basically demoralized by then, and they were just running like big runs on them, 7 yards, 8 yards on first down when they knew they were running. So at that point, I was like, man, it's over with.
And then the tipped interception too was like, oh, it's bad.
For sure. But that was Super Bowl 55. I mean, it was a little bit unexpected, but I definitely think that the Chiefs should bounce back again. They're still poised to, make another run in the AFC, but the AFC is getting a little bit stronger. NFC is still kind of wild as usual. So we'll see how that progresses. A couple off-season things. Wentz apparently is going to be traded. He still hasn't been traded yet. So we'll see potentially where he lands. And then another kind of interesting thing with the Cowboys, Dak was left off of their hype video for next season. And people are trying to say, is this a thing or not? Why was he left off of it? And also, apparently, he followed the Washington football team on social media of some sort. So now there's like kind of some speculation about that. Yeah, which I don't really buy too much. I hope he's just coming right back with the Cowboys. But it is weird that they kind of left him out of the video, and now they're trying to make something out of it. So we'll see what's up with that. I don't know.
I love that stuff.
It's so funny. Like it's so funny. Like these little things.
Right. And I feel like sometimes the sad part about it is I feel like there's always a little bit of truth in these things. Like maybe not a lot, you know what I mean? But like maybe the Washington football team was like, is Dak by any chance available? You know what I'm saying? Like they just kind of poked their head and was like, not saying we want him, but saying, is your man available? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Trevor says Dak with Scary Terry would be dope. I actually saw one article that said Dak to the Panthers and having him basically be with Joe Brady in that kind of like college/pro type offense. And I'm like, man, like it'd be dope, but man, I don't want to see him anywhere else. Like I'll be sad, honestly. That's my boy.
I wouldn't mind that. Dak, man, I wouldn't mind that at all. He's super accurate. He can throw downfield. Like he'd be perfectly fine.
And Nog says, Dak, go make your money. And I agree though too. I'm like,
and I'm sorry. I know Dak for the most part always says the right things, but you know he's salty about the franchise tag, dog. Like and
that's why little things like this, or maybe negotiation tactics, or it might just be his little ways of showing them, hey, like, you're not the only show in town, For
sure.
But I mean,
and they got a lot of talent, but starting over at quarterback is not something I think Dallas wants to do right now.
That's definitely not after how depleted this past season happened to be.
Yeah, I don't want to go start over that. I don't know.
Yeah. You guys,
So
you
we'll
guys
see.
are built to win now, in my opinion. You guys are built to win now. So
There's a small window.
Right.
They can get the defense.
True.
You've been saying that for too long. You're right. Man.
On paper, we look real good, but when
Right.
it comes to shove, it's not in the cards yet.
Yeah.
I
But
got
we'll
a question.
see. Oh, what's up?
I got a question for y'all, Dallas fans. If McCarthy comes back, Dak comes back. Obviously, he'll be back sometime. Hopefully next year. It's a pretty bad, leg break.
No, he's supposed to be like ready like by like April or May.
OTAs. So okay, cool. So Dak comes back, all that fun stuff. If McCarthy has like kind of another failed season, like do y'all see him returning for a third?
No.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think so either. I was just curious, but it's like I don't think so either.
Myra, give you a reason. I'll give mine real quick.
I just kind of feel like we, as the Dallas Cowboys franchise, continually overstay our welcome in relationships with head coaches. And I feel if he doesn't come back with a turnaround season, like they need to move forward. You cannot continue to hold on to hope and a prayer for it to turn around a third season. So I think, with what happened with the last two coaches, they got to make quick decisions on this and fight or flight and make a decision and move forward.
I agree. Both Trevor and Unc say no, that he wouldn't be. I say no as well. And I think it's partly like that, like, trying to learn from those past lessons. But also, I hate to say this too, but Jerry Jones ain't getting any younger. And he knows he only has so much time left. He cannot be playing around no more. Like, we need to make this happen, like, the next 3 to 5 years. Like, it's got to happen soon. So I think he's gonna try to make something happen if he has to.
Mm-hmm.
And Unc doesn't like McCarthy.
I never did either. I never liked the signing. I don't know. Like I remember the hype. I remember because I didn't follow it the way you guys obviously followed it, being Cowboys fans. But I remember you saying that he had this whole new, offensive scheme playbook.
Well,
and all this
that
other
was
stuff,
the story. Is like he took that 1 year off and he was like, basically like locked himself in his basement and just watched every game. Yeah, exactly. Brought out the big lab coat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't see much of it, and maybe that's partly because they were letting Kellen Moore do his thing. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Shall see.
The draft is kind of what's next on the docket. Well, actually, the combine, which isn't going to be basically they're going to have their measurements done and all that stuff, like kind of somewhere near their college, almost more like a pro day, and then they'll have virtual meetings with the teams, but it won't be the traditional combine where everybody gets together.
Yeah.
But after that, the draft, and we'll see, what happens with this quarterback movement, what happens with, the rosters and how they fill out going into the summer. So we'll have lots of NFL stuff to talk about for sure.
Definitely.
One other thing, though, rest in peace, Marty Schottenheimer. He passed away. He was a tough-nosed kind of coach. I kind of liked him. He was more, not necessarily 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but very much so like, play defense hard and just, ground possession type thing. So rest in peace to him. Lots of great people, passing away lately.
Definitely. As we get older, so do they. It's crazy.
I know we have to deal with this stuff, man. I'm like,
I know it's like having
all the heroes
right now.
is going. All the heroes is going, but I guess we got to try to find new ones.
The reason I chuckled is because Trizzy says as we're getting older, they sent me a meme, like millennials who are struggling that they're getting to middle age, still wearing skinny jeans, and I love ripped skinny jeans.
Right.
I was like, that's me.
Sometimes those things hit home a little bit. It's like, dang.
I'm in denial that I'm almost middle-aged, but
I'm like, I feel attacked, you know what I'm saying, when those things hit home, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody coming for me.
Well, all right, I think let's go ahead and move on to our next thing. Let's do it. All right, NBA talk. So we're still kind of getting into the heat of things, you know what I'm saying? It's still semi-early, you know what I'm saying, about like a third of the way through the season, maybe almost. But it's looking pretty interesting. In the West, there's 9 teams that are at or above 500. So I'm really kind of liking the competition there. The Jazz are actually leading the West, which is pretty crazy, but they've had a really nice streak lately. And then the Kings also, they've won 4 games in a row, and they're playing the Sixers tonight. So we'll see how they fare out East. But I'm liking the West. It's looking pretty strong. The Lakers, of course, they're trying to do their thing. They've won back-to-back games in overtime, but LeBron's been playing heavy minutes.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm a little bit worried about AD, honestly, too, because he is like sitting out every other game, and he's not really scoring that well. But I think that the Lakers will be okay. I do like their depth. I don't think they need to do anything else.
I was gonna say, Draymond had alluded to somebody, talking about he's never seen this person play like that. Might be out of shape. Never seen him out of shape. Like, do you think he was talking about AD? You think it's just he's just out of shape? Like, I just feel like that's kind of weird. Like,
I don't know.
Like, they weren't on hiatus for very long. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, but I mean, he's supposed to be been hanging out with LeBron and stuff, so LeBron doesn't play like that. Taco Tuesday, that's about it. But
for real, I mean, a little bit. Nobody takes better care of their body than LeBron James does. That's
right.
For sure.
So he's supposed to be palling around with him. Like, I saw videos of them in the ice tanks together, or the ice tubs together and stuff. So hopefully he learns about taking care of himself for sure, though, because I mean, he's got to be the future of the Lakers, basically.
For sure.
LeBron's not be able to do this for very much longer.
I'm honestly surprised he's still doing it at this high of a level now, to be honest with you. Like, everyone kept talking about, LeBron's gonna fall off a cliff. Like, no, he's still playing like Brady in the NBA. Like, I mean, I think we talked about this last year too, and we had talked about when I said that LeBron's gonna get the #1 scoring title from Kareem. I said it, like, if LeBron keeps playing like this, all he has to do is average 25 points a game for the next 2 seasons, and he's got it. You know what I'm saying? So I think he goes for it. If he plays one more season, I think he'll get that scoring title as well. But do you think AD might have a little bit of championship hangover? Do you think he's just kind of like still kind of riding high a little bit? Like,
maybe, but he better get over that real quick.
It's a new season, dog.
That's only one. If you want to, I mean, it's like, and that's a great accomplishment, but it's like it's about the next one now.
Exactly.
I'm greedy though, because as a Lakers fan, it's like I need to see them. They tied the Celtics now. I need to see them pass.
For sure.
And that's for Dr. Jerry Buss. You know what I'm saying? We got to get that done. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
18 needs to come soon, and they only really have like this year and maybe next to really do it. You know what I'm saying? With LeBron at this type of level. So
exactly.
And I'm not saying anything like LeBron. Obviously, he's been doing his thing. It's year 18 and everything, but it's like I watched Kobe's whole career, and we watched the end after the Achilles and after everything. Like, and it was tough. You know what I'm saying?
Tough,
so it's like, so we'll see how that goes.
For real.
But yeah. We got a little pop-in appearance. Let's see if he's ready. Let's see what's good. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm like 5 minutes from the house, but I want to jump on now so y'all know I'm coming, man.
Okay, cool. Bet. Okay, that's what's up. All right, well, we'll see you in a few.
All right.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so that's what's kind of up though with the Lakers though. I do think he needs to do something, but one thing that Unc brought up, and I definitely wanted to talk about, Derrick Rose traded to New York. He's reunited with Tibbs. That's cool, but what do you guys think about the move? Is this really a difference making move or
no? Not really, but it's funny because like I feel like Tibbs, like when they were back in Chicago, was like, look, as long as I'm coaching in this league, you'll always have a job with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he takes Derrick Rose everywhere he goes. Yeah. I'm going to Minnesota. What can we do to get Derrick Rose to come to Minnesota? I'm going back to New York. How can I get Derrick Rose back to New York? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he makes them better, but I just don't think he's going to be that real difference maker for them in the regular season or the playoffs, honestly. So I don't know. It's kind of whatever to me, honestly.
I feel the same way, like on paper, yes, you do have another body that is depth to your chart, but we all know Derrick Rose is not the Derrick Rose that came into the league. Like, he's not just going to be right. I love Derrick Rose, and I always say this, like, I always want Derrick Rose to have another Derrick Rose breakout moment, but he's not there in his career anymore. So I'm with you, Strizzy. Like, okay, great, they got Derrick Rose. That's another body, but I don't think it's going to be a big difference maker.
They might be able to squeeze out a couple jersey sales in New York, and I'm saying give them a little bit something more to be excited about. But yeah, I mean, you're exactly dead on with that. Especially that's why though the last time when he dropped like 50 or whatever he did, like it was
so monumental.
such a big deal, and he cried for like 48 hours because he was like, "This is I'm not going to be like that again." So I think like kind of like Trevor said too, it's kind of still maybe a little bit too late in his career, but we'll see. Unk says Rose could still play, maybe good for the young guys on the team, and that's true because the Knicks do have some talent. You know what I'm saying? They do have, and they're playing hard, so I think it could be cool. We'll see. The other thing Unk brought up, LaMelo Ball, he started the last couple games. He's been playing well. He's been doing his thing. So I think Marcus is already kind of. Oh, you gonna jump in on that one?
I apologize to LaMelo Ball if you ever see this, because I thought you were gonna be that good, but you a beat dog for real. I like it.
There you go. Myra was waiting for that apology too.
Yeah, I was like, come on, y'all, give it to me. Like I said, with LaMelo, it's great to see how he has adapted to the game. And for me, my biggest thing was the fact that he had years of experience overseas. I felt gave him an edge in comparison to his brothers. I feel
like hitting the ground running, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely went a different role with him, and I feel that gave him the edge, especially because European players play so much more different than American players do. I just kind of feel like European players are more well-rounded basketball players on both sides of the court, like Luka and
even like all the way back to Paul Gasol and Marc Gasol.
Yeah,
when they came
absolutely.
over, so, yeah,
absolutely. Like their transition to the NBA is great. So, I think it's great what LaMelo is doing, and of course, we'll continue to watch and see his progression. I know I threw it out there early that he would be Rookie Player of the Year. So we'll see how that goes.
For sure. Let's see what else. I mean, I didn't really have too much else for NBA talk. The Nets, they're adding some pieces. I think they added Amon Shumpert and then like Noah Vonleh. I think so. They're trying to kind of do a little bit here and there to try to basically get the rest of that roster going for that playoff run. They'll be there. They'll be fine. But the East is just kind of looking like, I don't know. What do you? I mean, like I just think it's not too. Oh, Strizzy will handle that. But yeah, I think the East is not too scary to me. The Bucks, I don't really like them too much. I'm hoping the 76ers. Yeah, I'm hoping the 76ers can keep it up, honestly, with what they've been doing and kind of make a good run. But we'll see. The Heat, though, we'll see about the Heat, too.
I agree with you. Let's see what happens in the East, because it's still with just what what we brought up right now. There's 9 teams in the West that are above 500.
Yeah.
Like, the West is still super competitive. And
I think in the East, there's only like 4 teams that are like
going
500.
on in the East. Like,
yeah,
we saw they had those front runners, and we knew there was going to be some teams, but as we're watching them play, it's like they're just battling back and forth. Like there's not one dominant presence yet right now that I can be like, man, on the East, that's a scary team that's going to give the West some competition.
Right.
So,
I did see one other thing, though. I did want to ask Strizzy your quick opinion on. They're saying that he have interest in trying to acquire Kyle Lowry. What would you think about that?
Probably not the player I would have wanted. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kyle Lowry is a great player. You know what I mean?
I feel you would like that, though.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
don't get me wrong. Like, and I think the only reason why they're looking at that is because Fred VanVleet is playing so well. They're like, we could let go of him and try to get something in return. But I don't really see anybody that I would be willing to throw back to Toronto for Kyle Lowry. You know what I mean? Unless they're going to be like, we'll take Kyle Lowry. You guys could have, Iguodala and Avery Bradley.
What if it was Iguodala and Duncan Robinson?
No.
Because it just changes out too much?
Not really. I just feel like Duncan Robinson stretches our floor so well.
That's what I'm saying. Like it gets rid of too much of your
for our team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is Kyle Lowry better than Duncan? Yeah, obviously. You know what I mean? But
that's not what you mean.
Exactly. Like I don't think Kyle. Like, who knows? Maybe he will come in and play very, very well. But at the same time, too, like if we don't send over Goran or even Tyler Hero, it's like now we've got 3 really good guards on our team. You know what I mean? Or Kendrick Nunn too. Like we have like some of those guards that we have that play very, very, very well would have to go over to Toronto, and I don't think I want to let go of some of those guys right now.
Yeah.
Not for the benefit of the team. Like now, if we can go ahead and go after somebody like Bradley Beal from Washington, then everything's kind of fair game. That's different, but not Kyle Lowry. Not at this stage in his career. No.
I know. No, I feel you. I had a feeling you might not like that too much.
He don't even play well enough for the playoffs for me to be like, oh yeah, Kyle Lowry, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, one last admission I have to say though for NBA talk though that kind of brought up something else. I have to admit this. You guys know I'm a Nike guy. I love Nike. The Heat jerseys though, when I see them actually on the court, I don't like them on the court as much. It's
Is it because the court itself is too much?
Maybe, yeah. Because no show gang. When I watch it, it kind of messes with my eyes or whatever. Like I don't like it as much as I thought I would. Because when I saw them, I'm like, okay, like I like the concept, but on the floor with the whole thing, it's too much for me.
Yeah, I agree. I love the jersey. The jerseys to me are still super dope, but I think it's the floor. The court itself is entirely too much. So with the jerseys and the court, even for me as a Heat fan, I'm just like, y'all need to just keep the regular Miami Heat thing, or if you want to, just do like the Miami Heat symbol in the Miami Vice colors,
a little more subtle.
And then leave everything else aside. It's entirely too much, light blue, purple, and black. Also with the jersey, it's a little too much. I'm with you on that.
But I kind of feel like that's Miami.
Like just doing too much. That's the part of it.
That's Miami. Like we're over the top. It's too much. It's in your face. Like that's Miami. But I do agree with Strizzy. I don't like the court. Like I feel like the court takes away from the uniforms because when we talked about the release of the uniforms, we were super hyped of these uniforms that were going to be released. And on the vision board, like that they were showing these, they look super awesome. But yes, like too much on the court it's too much.
Okay, cool.
It would be like if I was wearing like a pink outfit from head to toe and my whole house was covered in pink and y'all came through like, yo, dog. Like, yeah, like it's just everything. Like, the whole house looking like Pepto-Bismol. Like, nah, dog. Like that's kind of how I feel about like the jerseys with the court. It's just entirely too much of the same thing. Like it's a lot.
Y'all know everything I have is dripped in red. So hold on, don't use this analogy.
No, but you use it to pop too. You know what I'm saying?
Red. My house furniture's red.
That's true. The big Hugh Hefner chair is all red.
Hefner chair is red. Yeah,
that's funny.
No, but I agree. It is too much. And I think it's just like the color sequence, because the color sequence is so loud, like you have to have one or the other. You can't show up with the Dumb and Dumber blue and orange suits,
right.
on a blue and orange suit, on a blue and orange dance floor. Like it's just not going to go. It's too much.
For real.
That's for sure. Well, all right then. We'll see. Well, that'll be good for NBA talk for now. And we'll come back to that as things progress, and we'll see if they decide about that All-Star game too before next week.
Yeah.
What is y'all's thoughts on that? For it, against it? I know we talked about it a little bit last time, but now, there's reports. LeBron James came back and said, like, I think an All-Star game is stupid. And Giannis said, if LeBron says it's a no-go, then it's a no-go. So what is y'all's thoughts after that?
I don't know. I guess LeBron's the president, I guess. So according to DJ Michi Meech, he makes the rules. But no, I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool though. I mean, I think, like I said, have them all come through, vaccinate them all at once and give us a little show real quick. But I don't know.
Right.
Marcus, what do you think? Welcome back to the show, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. We were talking about the All-Star game. Do you think it's a good idea for them to play an All-Star game or no?
I think the ones that don't want to play, don't let them play. And then the guys that can't, always wanted to be an all-star like Lou Williams, people like that, let them go ahead, let them play, So the guys that want to play, you can still go there, but just don't let them play. You don't want to play. But I think you should do it. If you're gonna do it right. I don't know. They say they're gonna do the skills challenge and the game
contest?
but They weren't doing no contest, were they? I think it was just
only
skills
the
in
skills.
the game.
Okay,
But I'm saying if you're gonna do everything. I think in that one day, So
For sure.
yeah, that's all.
That's what I feel too. If you're not going to do all of it, don't do it at all.
Yeah.
we'll see. Trevor votes don't do it. He says don't do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I guess it is a risk right now still.
Yeah, because
to bring more
LeBron.
people together.
Yeah, because LeBron also said that coming into the season, they said we're gonna have it. That's on the table. He said, okay, cool. But then all of a sudden they don't have it, so that's kind of jacked up how he did that. But I don't know. I don't like that, but that's the only thing.
Yeah, that's true. They did kind of bring that up out of nowhere because you're right. Going into the season, they were already like, yeah, we're not going to have nothing, no All-Star game or whatever. So we'll see. But yeah, okay. So I think that's pretty much it for NBA talk. Unless, well, Marcus, I don't know if you had anything really, but we talked about some little different things.
Yeah, it's nothing. I had something, but we can move on.
Okay. All right, brother Eric checking in. By the way, peace. Thank you for
What's up, sir?
Yay.
All right, let's get to this next topic.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Hockey, feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports news. MLB up first. The Dodgers did land Trevor Bauer to add to that pitching rotation. The pitching rotation is crazy right now.
I hate it.
They were basically the favorites already to win the World Series, but now they're like a little bit like more favorite, I guess. I don't know. But they're leading in the odds to win the World Series, and that was a big land for them. We'll see how that works out totally, but I'm kind of excited. You guys know the Dodgers are on my roster, so I watch them really closely.
Yeah.
And other than that, spring trading is supposed to start in 2 weeks, and they're already selling tickets for the games out here, so it looks like it's going to be going down.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's get it.
I'm excited about that. Catch a baseball game for sure.
I'm with Trevor, man. I think Trevor hit the nail on the coffin earlier today. I was like, I would have been happy for him to go any other team but the Dodgers. And I'm not even a Dodger hater. It was just one of those things. Just like, damn, for real. Like Dodgers, yeah, man. It's like the rich get richer, big time. Like it's crazy. Like, and I get it. For him and his career, like, you don't want to go to a losing team. Like, nice to be able to go to a winning team, but like, dang, man, Dodgers of all teams,
right? But like you said, speaking of rich, though, he is going to make basically $40 million next year.
Yeah,
which is like almost as much as like the entire Pittsburgh Pirates roster. I think they all together make like 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it is pretty crazy. The numbers are astronomical. One other thing about baseball I thought was kind of funny. I read an article on ESPN this week with this guy who they were talking about all the bobbleheads from last year and all the promotional items that they produced for all the different days. And they said that they have an estimated 4 million bobbleheads, baseball bobbleheads in storage right now from giveaways that they were supposed to do last year. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. I'm like, man, as somebody that I love to collect toys and stuff, I'm like, dang, let me get some of the, like at least like one of each, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's kind of cool. They'll see there's basically figuring out different ways to distribute them, or they're just going to have a lot of giveaways this year. But one other funny thing was that some of these players have switched to different teams, so they're not even on those teams that they have the bobbleheads for.
True.
Anyways, okay, what else do we have for other sports? Oh, Australian Open is underway. I'm really hoping that Serena can do her thing. She's got to win this 24th major. I don't know if it's possible anymore. I'm beginning to lose more and more hope, but maybe this is another chance for her. Marcus, what do you think? It's over?
She's done. I love Serena. I always wanted her to do it, but I think it's too late. The way Naomi, that's how you said it? Is it Naomi?
Yeah. Osaka.
She's the one. Like she's
master.
So when she beat her, and the love and the respect she had for Serena, it's like she really didn't want to do it, but she had to.
Right.
And I don't think she'll ever recover from that. So I think her time is up, and she did great. I wanted her to get that. It was like a record she was going for, right? Like
24? Yeah, she would tie 24 is the most. Yeah, major titles.
I don't know if she stays.
She only needs one more though. She's
staying shape and go, but the way Naomi, I don't think she really. I think not saying I'm gonna be funny, but when she had the baby, like she never recovered from that. And I'm not a woman. I don't know if it had something to do with it, a little bit, like, I don't know. But ever since she did have the baby, she didn't really like come up.
Yeah,
So
and she
I
came
don't,
so
I don't think it's
close so many
impossible
times.
though. I don't think it's impossible, but I think right now she's not gonna do it. So
Yeah. Well, I'm wishing the best for her for sure. That's my cousin, but she did debut the Nike one-legged catsuit. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was kind of gangster though.
trust me, we go.
So just setting some
Feel me?
trends there and stuff like that. That's really dope. That's dope for sure. So she still obviously is, much love and much respect. But like you said, Marcus, though, she kind of passed the torch kind of. And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is these youngsters, they kind of grew up on her and like learned kind of from her how to be a power player. But Mario, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm with you on that, A-Dub. Like, you have a predecessor. Like, this is somebody who learned from Serena. Like, just like Marcus said, the love and respect that Naomi Osaka had when she beat her, it was like she didn't want to do it. Like, that's your idol. That's like you playing your Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now she is iconic in the tennis game. Like,
Rojo
definitely brought tennis to the forefront, because before Serena and Venus, we really didn't pay attention to tennis like that. Like, it took them to come in and transform the game to be these powerful women in the game of tennis for us to pay attention to it. So she's iconic. I'm with you all. I don't think she's gonna win. I think it's past her time. And the hardest thing to do as an athlete is to say, you know what? The youngsters, the predecessors, can have the game in their hands and move forward.
Trevor, that's facts. Trevor,
Yeah.
that's all. I agree with that whole thing you said. That's facts.
I agree with it too. I agree with pretty much everything you guys said, in all honesty. But I'm gonna look at the Vegas payouts and see what it's like, because if it's anything worth it, I'm gonna put some money on it. Like some dude made a hell of money like a couple years ago with Tiger Woods. When Tiger Woods did his, yeah, man. Like, you never know. This could be her absolute last one. But I do agree, though. I think a lot of things have to happen in order for her to win this one. I think Naomi Osaka she's next up. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be her time for a long time. She's still so young.
What's the oldest they normally go in tennis? I know golf, they go into 60s. So I'm saying, so I wouldn't worry about Tiger. I never worry about him. But tennis, what's the oldest? Did they go at 40s?
Like maybe early 40s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like
she can get it then, because you know what I'm saying. As time goes, she can sneak in there and get one. Can never know what'll happen. But right now, I don't think she can do it right now. But if she played to like her 40s, I think she can do it, because she's like 36 now.
Yeah, I think like 36,
something like that. Yeah.
So she might sneak one in there. But
and like Myra said, it's hard to know kind of when to walk away, especially because she can be dominant like in spurts too. Still, like she's still so great. So we'll see. We'll definitely see
who the oldest tennis players were while still active, and there's Martina
Navratilova.
Yes, 49 years old.
Okay.
She kept going.
Okay. So Serena can do it. If she did it, Serena can do it.
There was 3 that were 47, and there was 2 that are listed as 46.
But see, hopefully, but if she's not winning though, and she's just waiting around to like have a major fall her way, then I don't think she'll do it. But if she can stay competitive, you know what I'm saying? We'll see.
Because if you look at it, she's getting to the championship round. She just can't get past that championship, Because last year she got there, she just couldn't finish them, So
we'll see.
And Serena is 39, guys.
Oh, so she's approaching.
God.
Serena's 30.
Well, see, just like all of us are getting older, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like, how old are we? And we've been watching her for how long? So
that's true.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy. But that is something I'm going to be watching. Australian Open is kind of fun though, because it's always like late at night or like early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'll sometimes, the Waste Management Open. We did have to apologize to Trevor for not mentioning this last week, but the Waste Management Open this weekend. Doing that. Yeah, they're doing it, but they did it obviously. But it's crazy because there were only a 5,000 person limit on the attendance, and the Waste Management Open is usually like 200,000 people,
like about traffic,
like 300. Yeah, like it's crazy.
I usually traffic shows you when it's going on. Like I said, I forgot about it because there was no traffic like that, so you kind of miss. I'm like, I seen the highlight on ESPN. I'm like, I didn't know they had it.
Yeah.
So it's just kinda
And Brooks Koepka won. He won his second one, and I was actually there in 2015 when he won it the first time he won it. But he had 2 eagles on Sunday, kind of came back into it. So that was cool. And definitely big money out there usually. Like it's pretty fun to
Always,
go though,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's definitely been fun. But yeah, Trevor enjoyed that. So
Trevor,
Brother Eric says he's not getting better. He's getting better, not older. I like that. Okay. We can do that. Well, Marcus, what were we gonna say?
now I was gonna say Trevor, we're gonna be getting together soon, man. So
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. I'm getting. What did he say? I'm getting better, not older.
Yeah.
I'm getting better wisdom, but trust me, these knees after this MCL surgery,
Huh.
I can feel that in the morning.
Not everything's getting better. Yeah.
Not everything.
I was gonna say if you have anything else other sports, I had
Yeah.
one. So I got a call on Tuesday from this guy from a school called Arizona Compass Prep. He's here in Arizona in Chandler. He was like, I want to do some video, some interviews, such as like with coaches and the players. If you can do it, I'm like, I know I'm gonna do stuff. I did it in the past with high schools, but I got kind of burnt because one kid they say he was good, and I did a whole 13 tape on this guy, and I had to do rebounds because he had nothing
Like nobody was there when
so
he needed help.
ever since then I don't do high school stuff. But so he said they're the number 2 team in the nation. I'm like, not in Arizona. So I was like, hey, I said I'll call you back later on and see if I can do it if I'm busy or not, which I wasn't, but I wanted to go check.
You want to go Google? Yeah,
so
you got to
I went.
research.
So these guys are really the number 2 team in high school in the nation. I'm like, wow. So I went there and met the guy who did the interview, and you'll be seeing some stuff. I'm gonna be posting some stuff I did already. I'm going to do. It's called All Access. I'm doing with a buddy. We're doing some interviews with the guys. So that we did it on Friday, last Friday on the 5th, and then on yesterday they became the number 1 team because the team they was number 1, they lost. So they became.
Nice.
So now they the number 1 team in the nation. They call Arizona Compass Prep School. They really good. So check those guys out. They had a game today. I couldn't make it. 'Cause I had another event. So they won a day 2, so they probably pulling away from that number 1 spot. So
nice.
They good. So shout out to those guys and the coaches. Man, I think the top players are Tata Washington. He's pretty good. He's like 6'8", and he come through the lane dunking on people. And these kids, I'm watching like Strizzy. You watch these kids like they can play like when you see them
and they're like what, like 16, 17,
16,
they're like
18.
Yeah, I got you.
So they're IQ, they're leaping. They all can dunk. They got a guy. I'm sending it to you guys later. They got a guy from London. He's from London. Like he talked like London. He came in the game. He got steal. He took his time, and he did a 360 windmill in the game. And he's only like 6'3". I'm like these dudes is crazy, man. So they actually good. Sometimes you say they get ranked like they played Oak Hill 2 weeks ago. You know, Oak Hill are known for
right.
The best team.
That's where Carmelo went, right?
Always,
yeah. And all the top people go there. They beat Oak Hill by 25, like on national TV. Like they good, dude. So shout out to those guys. So we're gonna do like a documentary with those guys. So I'm gonna be busy with those guys. But dude, it's in basketball. I'm sorry, I didn't say the sport. Sorry, mom. But it's basketball. So when you guys check them out, go on YouTube. You can see 4 games. They really nice. Arizona never had a number 1 in the nation high school team. They're the first one to do something like that. So support them, man. It's kind of cool, man. So you might see them in college, and most of them are already committed to schools. So they actually like really good, man. So check them out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw some of that footage that you had put up, some of the little interviews that you had put up. So I'll make sure to put some links in our stuff like this, the description of these videos and stuff, so we can get you guys into that.
And maybe if they I think the playoffs are starting soon because their last game was today. Maybe we can go to if it's here or something. We can go to the game or we can do something or do an interview with those guys.
That'd be cool.
They're good kids, man. Real good kids, man. So
that would be really dope, awesome. Actually.
I don't know too much about prep school, but all of them except for I think maybe 3 of them are all from out of state. You got one guy from South Africa, one guy from
London. Together.
Yeah, they got 2 from Chicago, some from like that. So I don't know about prep, but I guess they get recruited and they come here to get better like that. So like I said, they was talking in the interview like they miss their parents, but they gotta take a sacrifice to get better and like that. So it's kind of like these kids are young, they come away to Arizona by themselves, no parents, and you gotta be on your P's and Q's and how to be focused and play. Like we never did stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So these kids now they got more pressure on them, but they're really, really good, man. So
That's awesome.
That's dope.
That's
That's
really
crazy.
cool. We'll be sure to make sure we're watching out for that because that sounds exciting. And maybe we will, get out to a game. That'd be dope.
it's you won't disappointment. Ain't nice.
Yeah.
On other sports news, I congratulated my friend AB, and she responded. And so I'm like, if you want to join us on our podcast, you're more than welcome to. So I'm still trying to work on my boy AB.
That's what's up.
I'm really happy for him to score. That's big, man. I was like, yes. I was really happy for that guy, man. He's probably still smiling right now, man.
He just needs the right people around him, man. And hats off to we've been talking about TB. I've been like on the TB train for the last couple months, honestly. But I feel like a lot of people gave up on him, and Tom Brady definitely came to his side.
Like, I will bring you. Yeah,
brought him into his home. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, we're gonna get you on here. And we're gonna go out there and win a Super Bowl, and they definitely did that. So,
and it wasn't like they had like a big relationship. Like I say, like Tom Brady was Big Ben. That's different because they have a relationship. Right. Tom Brady only played with him like a couple of times, So for him to even take a chance, and this dude missed the championship game because of the injury. So I'm like, dang, he can't do anything. But he came in and did this thing, man. I was like, that's kind of cool. And I'm mad I missed the football segment. I'm kind of mad. I had some stuff to talk about, but it's all good.
Anthony Wesson's in here. What's good? He says he was happy he was good, but not happy about the game. And we definitely were feeling for you. We definitely were feeling for you during the game. But Marcus, do you want to say? I mean, if it's about the Super Bowl or?
Yeah, but so I just wanted to say that the game. I was kind of surprised. I know Andy Reid is going through some things like that, but I was still surprised that I would have did like a package where I would have had the rookie and I would have Le'Veon in the backfield. So when those guys come off, you got like nice little screens. You could do that kind of help you out.
Give them an outlet.
Those guys, they coming full speed because you had no screen anything. So they got full speed. So I thought they would do something with that. I was just kind of surprised with the game plan on that. And like, I don't know. I know the cover two, but you still I would have some packages for Tyreek Hill to come across like some running back stuff, something that kind of like, but they gave up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I also forgot about if say Tom Brady would got that one touchdown, it was 4th and 1 they got stopped. If they would score right there, the game would have been over really quick because they were doing their thing, So it just happened like that. But like I said, to me, it still was a good game. Like even though it wasn't close, but it felt like it was so close because Chiefs they're known for coming back.
Right. So you never know if they're gonna. Yeah, exactly.
I knew it was over when it got to like 5 minutes. I said, okay, I know it's over. But when it was like 8
at one point, you were like, "Ooh."
Yeah, when it was like 10 minutes, 4 quarters started, I'm like, it still could come back and win this game, but it was just kind of weird. But I'm happy for Tom Brady, man. Because Tristan said we said the phone call. Me and you, us three was on a phone call, and you were saying like, if he wins his 7-1 and he wins it in Tampa Bay, he left the Patriots. They didn't make the playoffs. He took this team and like we were on him. I was like, there's no way he's going to Tampa Bay. Like, there's no way. When it happened, I'm like, that's the weirdest thing. And look at what happened, Yeah. So it was just thing like that. I'm happy for him, but we all know that the Chiefs going to be back. They're gonna win, But the thing is, Mahomes, we gotta quit saying he's not ever catching Brady. I don't care. Nobody say you can.
He got to win 7 more. It ain't gonna happen.
But the thing is, he has to go to 11 Super Bowls. I don't care about 7 winning. You have to go to 11 to even be in the conversation. Even though he did lose 3, but he went to 10. So I don't think he'll ever. He's 43, 25. You're not catching him. But I still think he's gonna get at least 4 or 5 rings. I think he will. So
I think so too.
Wow. Brother Eric, he said, I told you AW was over, and he did. He texted me early. He was like, this thing's over. I was like, what? I was like that? But I kept thinking, though, I'm like, okay, any minute they're going to at least come up with some type of play to combat this. And they kept doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, they didn't get, like, Sammy Watkins. Like, I ain't hear nothing from Sammy. Like, he didn't do anything. I just thought they would have some kind of, like, we got to think about it, y'all. They didn't score a touchdown.
Right.
Like, what is that? Like, I don't know, man. So it just I don't know, man, what happened with that. It just kind of weird. But like I said, it still was a good game. And Patrick Mahomes, I shout out to that guy, man. I know he was injured and he still played well, and he did all he gave it all he had. You look at towards the end of the game, 2 minutes, like I think when maybe a minute left, he's like, "Let's go, let's do it." Yeah, he's still playing. I'm like, dang, he's still playing hard.
Yeah,
So
right.
I gave him all respect for that, man. So it
It
just
definitely dropped too.
yeah.
I got a question though too. Like I know we talk about Patrick Mahomes, he's definitely gonna win some more, but Andy Reid's 62.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, Bieniemy needs to just stay there and just wait, though.
Very true. I agree. I think Bieniemy would be.
And if
good
they
to
would have
take
won
over.
this time, it might have been one of those situations where Andy Reid's like, okay,
Nah,
Right.
Nah, he
No.
look good. BA 68. So
Oh, really? Yeah,
Andy
that's
Reid
true.
competitive, so he gonna be like, hey, I can still do. I think BA really encouraged some other people though, for real. Like oh,
True.
he's 68. Let's go ahead. We can still do this thing too. So
That's true.
but you gotta do what he did too. You could tell he wasn't really coaching. He had a good
He put
supporting
everybody in
cast.
position.
Yeah.
A coach, you know what I'm saying? They did that thing like that. So he had to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? His health is not as good as it was. So you can tell he wasn't like yelling a lot. He wasn't aggressive like he wasn't when he was here. So he had a good team around him. So if you got a good team around you, like you said, let Wishcom stay there and keep going with that, So
I was just thinking the same thing. BA a little bit better shape too, but that's the thing too. Like coaching wise, you know what I'm saying? Like being a head coach, man, it takes a lot out of you. And honestly, it probably takes more out of you than being an actual player. You're up all times at night.
Right, though. Unless you do it right, though.
Right.
Because some of these guys, like, some of these guys basically just set up little systems and they're just like the CEO of it. Like, yeah, you're going to come to me with the big decisions, but I'm expecting you to run your sections right,
Yeah.
So, because when Bill Parcells,
be an offensive coordinator,
right, exactly. Because like certain ones, like they're just basically like an overseer. Like they're not like as day-to-day hands on, like dirty. But
did you guys see? I don't know if it was real or not, but you guys see that one interview when Leftwich was doing an interview on a virtual, and they was talking about how did your defense? They thought he was Todd Bowles. I'm like, how did
really?
Yeah, it was a big thing, a big story. I don't know how real it was, but he was like, really? Like he was professional about it, but how you don't know who is who? Like you're a reporter, like,
and they don't even look anything even remotely close alike.
Yeah, like Todd Bowles is my color, maybe a shade darker than me,
That's kind of what I was thinking,
But the thing is, though, I mean, I don't know if it was leading up to the Super Bowl, it could have been a situation because a lot more extra people get media passes than would normally be like week to week, where they'd be familiar. Maybe this is somebody from somewhere else that's not as familiar, and they maybe got mixed up.
Sure when you get introduced, they tell who
it should say what it says. Yeah. I don't know. They thought they were in the wrong Zoom room. I don't know. But that is disappointing though, because I don't know. But I'm happy for both of them. Earlier though, Marcus, real quick, do you think Todd Bowles should go for another head coaching job, or do you think he should deserves that chance?
No, stay doing defense because you want MVP of that. So stay what you do. Don't go. You ain't gotta do that. You will still get paid. Stay doing that. I would stay doing that.
I kind of agree. You don't need that. You don't need that headache. Certain coaches, and especially if you've already been there and you've seen and certain people don't need all that.
It's like I say example. Like me, I do photography, video, but I'm really good at photography. So if I'm making my thing, I'm doing well at that. And I get another offer of doing video, but I want to do this. Stick with that. You're really good at that, and it shows you got a big reward. So hey, just stick with that. Don't stress on that head coach stuff because you're gonna go to a team that's not ready to win. So you already won. So stay there and try one more time and see.
Yeah. And there's some coaches like we just said, like are just honestly just better flat out as coordinators. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you mentioned, like they're just better coordinators for sure.
Like Wisdom Hunt, he's another one. Like
Ken Wisdom Hunt, just stick with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Like who's the I think the only person that maybe transferred over there was the head coach for the Jets. He's a commentator now, or he's on TV now. Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan.
He did
pretty good.
Player, but he did pretty good as a head coach, So some people can transfer over, but
some people I think would make better head coaches than even coordinators. Like they would just be better like leaders and stuff, like Ron Rivera or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's answer a couple questions though. Unk asked, how much will each team change personnel wise off season? Talking about the Chiefs and the Bucks. To me, I think the Bucks pretty much the same, except for Chris Godwin is a free agent. So depending on what they do with him,
they got a lot of 1 years too. I think AB was on a 1 year.
Fournette.
Yeah, exactly. He was
I
on a
think
1 year
he
too.
was.
I think the running back's gonna stay the same. I think the defense is gonna stay the same. And they might lose Barrett. He might get a big deal somewhere.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
So
he's a free agent.
he might be the only one on that defense I think will leave. But I think like Winfield and Davis, I think they all stay. But on the Chiefs, I think they're gonna keep the core together. I think Hardeman and Pringle, they those two guys might be gone, but Tariq Hill, Kelsey, and all those, and the rookie and all those people will still be there. But that's something I think with that. Because Hardeman and Pringle, I think they could have stepped up a little bit more, so they'll replace them with somebody probably better.
Right. And then, I think, but nothing too major though. They'll both be ready to make more runs.
It could be a rematch next year. It won't surprise me.
We'll see. Chiefs just need to get healthier on the O line, is what Anthony Weston says. I agree though. They'll be right back at it.
Gonna be them drop piece. They don't need nothing else. You good at everything else.
Yep.
All right, let's answer this one real quick. This will get us prepped for our next segment. Anthony Weston says, "Who's a better coordinator, Bieniemy or Leftwich?"
Enemy, that's easy.
See, honestly, I don't really know about Bieniemy too much. Like, I hope that he gets his chance and stuff, but I'm not convinced he's going to be a great coach. And I'm more thinking like, is it Andy Reid? Is it him? Like, where's this coming from?
And I'm with A-Dub on this one. We gotta remember Andy Reid is such a crazy offensive mind as well. And
he'd be on the he doesn't even watch the defense. Like,
for sure.
Watch when the defense
at all.
He's
at
over
all.
there.
And I also feel too, and it's not to discredit him by any means. You know what I mean? Like I want to give him his due, but he got so many weapons, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Tom,
they got the same to me. Tom definitely has a lot of weapons too, but Tom has done so much more with way less. So, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I'm like, look at the tight ends. So look at the tight ends. Gronk can be as good, but often I think if you switch them, I think Gronk would do the same thing Kelsey's doing over there. But the offense he's in, it's not that, it's not for him to do like he's doing. So I think you got Mike Evans. I think he's right there with Tariq. I think, Godwin. I think he's right there with. I think Godwin he's a second receiver better than their second receiver. You say that?
Agreed. I mean, I don't be wrong. I completely agree too that Tom definitely had. This is probably the most weapons Tom's ever had. Honestly,
it's funny. I think like week 7 or 8, we actually did a debate who had better, like who was better. We should actually go back to that.
I said Bucks. I think I said Bucks.
But the thing, like you said too, is you made a good point. Is I think Andy Reid and Bieniemy, but you got to look at BA and Leftwich. I think Leftwich is doing more. You know what I'm saying? Than BA.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I think Leftwich does more with his position as the coach there. And then for me, it's more relatable just because translating from player onto coaching. I don't know. I like Leftwich between the two, between Bieniemy and Leftwich.
Yeah.
And another thing is you haven't heard he didn't get no head coaching job like Bieniemy was supposed to be getting. I'm torching his name right now. I know I'm not saying it right.
It's all good.
I'm from the country, so y'all are crazy. but you haven't heard Leftwich trying to get a job. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would say the other guy.
His contract expires though after the season, right? Like he's up for
Bieniemy. No, I don't think so. I think he's still there. I think he's still good.
I thought
we'll have to see. But Byron Leftwich, this is really only his second year as an offensive coordinator, which is really cool too.
Yeah. No, that's really funny too. Like watching Tom Brady, when they be like calling out the plays like after timeouts and stuff, and you just see Tom Brady telling him no.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, go ahead,
Myra.
Sorry. Yeah, Eric Bieniemy's contract to expire with the Kansas City Chiefs after the Super Bowl, but it says both sides are eyeing a new deal.
Got you. Okay, so
I thought we were talking about Byron's contract.
Oh no, I was talking about Bieniemy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure then he'll be back probably. But I didn't realize that. Okay. So let's see though. Okay, I think that's it, right? We good for other sports and everything else, etc.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So then we'll get into our next thing. But before we do, actually, I have something. I almost forgot. How could I forget?
Don't forget.
Finally got the little intro.
Got you.
I finally got an intro.
Now you gotta do your work every week. Don't come. I don't have one. Don't come with it. You better have at least 2 of them each week, or we can't play the intro.
Dang, I'm not even prepared for this week. I just got one.
Oh man.
I already started off out the gate wrong.
That's funny.
All right. Y'all threw me off here. But that's cool. Appreciate that.
We
Yeah,
could talk about some other stuff while you try to get one. We could keep going because we know we'll get a good one.
I had my notes written of what I was going to ask y'all, but y'all go ahead and talk about something. Let me pull my notes up again.
Well, Slackers are feeling the intro for your intro.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I was cracking up about too, like when the Super Bowl is like Tom Brady's command of the offense too is like crazy too. Like anytime like they like tell him a play, he looks straight back at him and be like, no.
Yeah,
no.
like he'll be like, let's run this or that.
Right,
like
yeah, he was like,
yeah.
You seen him during the game? He was like, no,
yeah,
He's like,
that's what I was talking
run
about.
it again.
Yeah.
He was like, bring
I
it
was
back.
like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Because they
here?
were
You
going to
was
change the
serious.
play after the
Yeah.
timeout. He was like, nah.
He was
Like,
not feeling. He's like, nope.
Did you guys talk about him and Matthews getting into it?
A little bit,
a little bit about the finger pointing. He did text to apologize to Matthew after the game.
Yeah. I like how it was going. I don't like how people's like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that or whatever. And I do agree they both should have got a penalty offset. Like I'm saying,
Should have been both sides.
both should got because after he went after them. But the only thing I didn't like was when Matthews tweeted like, I'm not gonna say what he's told me. I'm like stuff like that. If it was a person that's known for doing something like that, like saying something like, "Oh, we don't know what he said," like Rudolph from the Steelers, like when what's gonna say that, then we don't know him like that. But I don't think Tom Brady. He might have cussed you out. He might have called you a little, you know what I'm saying, something. But I don't think
he's trying to make it sound almost worse than
exactly. And then he deleted it right after. I don't
right.
like that either.
If he would have deleted it, then I'll say, okay, maybe we gotta look at maybe. But you deleted it, so come on, man. Don't do that. You butt hurt. You know,
a little bit hurt. Yeah,
exactly.
Like come on, man.
I completely agree, man. I feel like his feelings got hurt a little bit. And
they penalty against him in the end zone. I wouldn't have called that. You know, even though he was a little rough, but it's a Super Bowl, I wouldn't have called that. That's the only one I wouldn't have called. Everything else, I think it was a good call, and I still don't think that determined the outcome of the game. But Matthews, he's a veteran. You come on, man. You did you did all that in his face, all that. So if you didn't do anything, and you was like, oh, look what he's doing, then I'll go on your side. But you got you got to take it too. You know what I'm saying? And he's the GOAT. And he poked that better, and it was
that's exactly what I said, dog. Man. I told her, I was like, look, there's certain people that you just don't piss off, and Tom Brady is one of them. You know what I'm saying? You don't piss off Kobe, you don't piss off Jordan, don't even piss off LeBron. You piss off those dudes, and they're coming for you. And that's what. And I agree. Like he had to have said something too, because when in all of Tom Brady's career have you ever seen him chase somebody down like that in your face and was like, "I'm coming for you." Like his you read his mouth. He was like, "I'm coming for you. We gonna see. Just watch." And he came for him like the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, he said some stuff too. You know what I mean? So, you know, like you said, poke the bear, you'll get a bear.
I think they all really cool. I think he probably said something back to him. I respect you. You know what I'm saying? I think because even in his tweet, he said, "I never seen that side of TB12 that's respect." So even in his tweet, he still respected him at the time. I think he wasn't expecting Tom Brady to come back at him like that. He took it like, "Oh, it's him!" Like wow, you know. So I tell Matthews still one of my favorite players. I still respect him how he overcame everything in his career and got him a ring and everything. Exactly. I think some stuff we all make mistakes, you know. So it was just one of those things. But Tyrann Mathieu, he said that guy to me. He said one of my favorite guys
for sure.
Agreed. All right, y'all, I'm ready. I'm sorry about that. But talking about Super Bowl, this was like an iconic matchup. It was Tom Brady, the GOAT, versus the kid, the predecessor, who's everybody talks about is, you know, going to chase Brady down, so on and so forth. Take me off the screen, Ada.
That was me. It's your segment.
Get me back with my people.
This is your segment. This is you.
This is my segment, but I appreciate it. Get me off that screen, man. Let's get back to my four squares here. So the game didn't turn out the way we thought it was going to be, right? We didn't think it didn't turn out quarterback versus quarterback matchup. And of course it takes like a whole team. But this matchup was rated one of the top quarterback matchups of all-time history before the game occurred. So I'm going to ask you, What was a better matchup? Because I'm going to give you 2 and 3, and then I'm going to give you some that we're more familiar with. What was a better Super Bowl matchup? Dan Marino versus Montana, or Elway versus Brett Favre?
The first one.
You say, I would say Elway versus Brett Favre.
Me too.
Because that's two like gunslinger type, just like gutsy quarterbacks going for it.
But isn't Marino and Montana better than both of them in career wise?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
But Marino, I don't really. I mean, I never went all out for Marino.
I don't know why. I always love Marino.
But here's the thing, though. So like Marino never actually won one,
right?
And Favre passed him in like every category. Because Favre is sitting, I think, at like 4 or 5, and the only people above him are what Brady, Manning, and Breeze. No, Breeze.
Oh, Breeze.
Yeah. So he's sitting like 4th or 5 right now behind those guys, and Favre got one. So I mean, you pick and choose again.
But Joe Montana is legend though too.
No, Joe Montana though is legend though. I'm just saying like I'm comparing more Favre and Marino more so, not Montana.
I don't know. Anthony Weston says Montana and Marino.
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely a good one, man, for sure.
So I'm going to give us some that were a little bit more relevant, some that we watched often, because when I talk about like Dan Marino and Montana, I'm like, yeah, that was like 1984. Like I wasn't even born. I can only go back and look at history, and the game has evolved so much. So let's talk about some quarterbacks that we're more familiar with. What was a better quarterback matchup for you in the Super Bowl? Was it Tom Brady versus Eli Manning, or Drew Brees versus Peyton Manning?
Oh, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
I would have to go with that one too, just because I don't know. I never really liked Eli. Like he did his thing and stuff, but I never. He's not flashy. You know what I'm saying? He's not that fun to watch. He's
a Hall of Famer, but he ain't that guy for me.
Yeah. He's not.
No.
So,
and I never really liked Drew Brees either, but I like watching him play.
Right
that way, like because he's a competitor and he's fun to watch. So I like that one.
Yeah, and when Drew Brees beat Peyton Manning, that was their Super Bowl run after Hurricane Katrina. So that was
it all came together.
Yeah.
It all came together for sure.
They gave it to him.
I've been saying that, but nobody want to hear me. I've been saying that, but nobody want to hear me.
Peyton, we will get you to 2 more Super Bowls. So just go ahead and let them get this one. We'll get you 2.
Right. Mom said I hate all men.
My Panthers suffer from one of those too. So
yeah, Peyton was like, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You did for the kids.
Peyton loved the kids.
Yeah.
Oh man. That is funny though. But brother Eric liked Brady and Eli to 2007. But I'm thinking he was rooting for the Giants at the time. That's probably why. So
of course. I hate that game because I feel like Eli Manning gets so much praise for basically his defense won that game. The crazy helmet catch is crazy, but I'm just like that defense was phenomenal those couple of years. I think he got those 2.
What's wrong with you, man? You can't hate him, man. Come on, even the dad too.
Yeah, we don't like that.
You hate Archie too.
Even Archie too.
Archie get no love.
Hey, the crazy thing is, the older brother was supposed to be better than both Peyton and Eli.
Really?
Cooper Manning, I think, was his name, and apparently, but apparently he was like he was going to be the best one.
Can you imagine being that person, like seeing your brothers doing something? I know I'm better than both of them.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
and they even be telling like, "Yo, you're way better than us." Like, and they're both winning Super Bowls. That's crazy.
You guys talk about him going to the Hall of Fame?
Eli?
No, Peyton.
No, Peyton. Yeah, I mean it was a given though. Yeah, I guess, but we didn't. That's true though. We didn't talk about the Hall of Fame, and we should talk about that. We might have to talk about it a little bit more another time. Yeah. That was cool. Drew Pearson and a couple, so it was a good squad. Megatron. So, and the Cowboys Steelers is going to be the Hall of Fame game in August. So that should be pretty fun. But yeah, we'll definitely go through that whole thing and talk about that.
Mom, even Archie, God, Lord, man.
So yeah, all right. But I think that was a great this or that.
Tough crowd.
Yeah. Oh yeah, our family is. We don't play around. Nobody gets no breaks. But all right. I don't really have anything for final say. I got Mr. Incredible with me today. I kind of figured that would be kind of like Tom Brady, pretty incredible getting that 7th Super Bowl and getting it with a new team. I did like the thing it said AFC, NFC, KFC. I'm winning the game or winning the Super Bowl
for real.
So
I didn't realize either that he has more than any team. Also, I'm like, for some reason I thought somebody had 7 for some reason, but I didn't know he passed that up too. So I was like,
and all 6 in New England's are all him.
Right,
crazy man.
It's wild. That's crazy insane.
But that means the Cowboys need to get like 2 more.
At least.
I was like, at least.
That's crazy. Kelly asked who got me that one. Who do you guys think got me that?
Kelly?
Yeah, right? I think Kelly did. I'll guess.
Oh, man. And we got lots more couch friends. I had some more couch friends that were given to me, but if anybody wants to donate, see your guest up here on the couch, just send them our way.
I think it's overdue for Pops to get on. Like he should have been.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to have Pops. Okay.
I don't care what you say. He's gonna always be the best couch guest. Like he's, you can have all your toys, whatever. He's gonna always be the best couch guest. I would agree with that. I haven't heard anything from him or anything. I'm kind of yell or saying something. So Pops,
and he's a little sad too, like me, because the football season's over. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have to have him. We'll have him on. I'll talk to him. I'll tell him.
We'll cheer him up, man. We'll cheer him up.
Okay,
for sure. Especially for the off season, dog. We got, we need him for the off season. You know what I mean? Like,
and we need one of those like Floyd against Luke. What's his last name?
Floyd against Logan Paul.
So we need that Pops versus Strizzy again too. That little
hey, Pops, he won at the time, I think a little bit, and he won in the long term too because he was right. He had to tell you about Cam.
So we got that rematch coming. We got that bout.
Ding 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 ding. I'm gonna get my soundboard. I'm gonna get my soundboard ready.
About 2 coming through.
Oh man. Okay, well I guess we lost Myra, and we got brother Eric. Brother Eric is in the commenting. Hey, it's looking fresh, brother Eric. You can't hate on that.
Get the fresh fade on the
side.
He was trying to calm a little bit. I know you can't see. You think it's just a braid there, but I had to go pop smoke on for a little bit.
Okay.
Pop smoke, so.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Okay,
that's what's up though. Always staying crispy clean.
I'll tuck it just for him though, just so he won't say nothing. So we good. I'm gonna get these out the way. You happy, Eric? They gone. Okay. Get back to Can't Tell I Got braids or not. All right, man.
Kelly said she has some cute ones to join the No Shirt gang. Oh man, that would be crazy to have the nephews be on the couch one time.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. We're gonna do that.
We might have to try that.
I like the video that you, I think on the story or something, they were grubbing and watching.
Yes,
they were eating. It looked good wherever they was eating. So next time, can we have some? Because that looked.
Yes, that was an awesome video for sure. Yeah. Made my heart full. You know what I'm saying? Even though my heart is 3 sizes too small. Oh yeah.
Like wow,
fast too. We could have bring all the kids out though. Marcus, you got your beautiful young ones.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You trust me. You don't want them on. Don't say that. Just the whole thing up.
Strizzy's got his hashtag girl dad thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So
man, look, I'm about to have a 13-year-old. She want nothing to do with. She don't want nothing to do with me right now. Like,
it's so funny that she told you that she doesn't like when you're doing the TikToks, right? She kind of doesn't like it.
She's not feeling it either.
You're a true teenager, like.
Yo, I got
a. Oh my god!
He's like, my dad thinks he's funny.
Dog, yeah. Basically, she be getting on me too. She low key just jealous though because I got more followers than she do.
When you start getting
big, you
don't want to be in.
Exactly.
Once
these big checks start coming in, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so
right.
Funny,
right now, it's not. Right now, it's nothing too crazy. Once these bigger checks start coming in, yeah, she's gonna be like, "Yo, when you make another video, my pocket's feeling empty."
Oh man, she's like, we gonna have to talk about this allowance.
Like that's big, dog.
Yeah, dog. She'll be 13 Monday.
So in 3 years, when she try to go to prom or something, we doing the Bad Boys 2 scene. Can we please? Can we do it?
I got that thing on me.
Who is that? Say what? Can you fight? Like 30. Let me do that part. I want to do that part.
Please. They won't have seen it. You know what I'm saying? So he won't know.
That's the best part about it. They've never seen it. They've never seen the movie.
I did some push up the day before. I make sure I'm got a little cut, so I'm showing something.
Man, why do y'all think I'm working out so much lately? Now I'm just trying to put on extra weight. Like I've been in the gym hard, almost 2 days, man. Going there super hard today. I was in the gym for like 2 hours today, killing myself.
We can't wait to do that, man. We're gonna do that for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A couple more years, though, it's on and popping.
Man,
I want the most ignorant outfit on too. Like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I go pick up a 42.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna bring a twisted tea. That's what I'm gonna have.
Oh yeah,
bring the twisted tea.
Oh,
I'm said teenagers are rough. Oh man,
for real.
You already know, man.
And I know Unc stayed keeping them in them shoes, so that's gotta be rough too. So,
dude, and it's crazy too because like Yvonne is just like us, man. She like Nikes for sure all day. Like she just night game for real. She be sending me a list.
Yeah, right now I could say buy Pokemon shoes. I'm a cool dad, so I'm gonna eat this up.
Well, right.
It was like that for a little bit, literally. Though now, not now. I'm telling you, like her shoes almost just as expensive as mine now. It's crazy.
Right.
She loves Air Maxes too. So like all the new Air Maxes coming out, she's always like she'll send me a list. Like, all right, this list of new shoes I want. They all down and look the same, slightly different.
Keep helping with them videos, then you need to tell her.
For real. you go kick in. Right. Kick in for some of these videos.
Right. No, but that's what's up. But all right, then. I think that will do it for our final say, though. I'm glad we got to talk about family because family is very important to all of us. So that's a good way to end our Say Like a Champ episode 76.
Absolutely.
But we will sign off. We will see y'all next week. And we might see y'all in the meantime if anything crazy happens. But signing off for Myra May, our permanent special guest. It's your boy A-Dub.
It's your boy Strizzy.
And as always, Taco 2.